Hi everyone, this is Harry Hoffman. We talk about new Global South member care models. As I shared last time, the mission force will more and more come from the Global South. They will bring new strategies and new strength and contextualized models of missions. And so in member care, we must adapt to Global South-driven, sustainable and context-sensitive approaches. And today we talk about the role of the pastor in member care. Let's get started. I present the following in a polarized way, making generalizations about Global South and about Global North. So please understand this not as boxes. This is what Global North is like and this is what Global South is like, full stop. No, that's not what I'm saying. Please think about this as a continuum between two tendencies. Let's start with authority and leadership. Pastors in the Global South are central authority figures with strong decision-making power. Leadership is usually quite hierarchical, with clear lines of reporting and accountability, like the mission pastor reports to the senior pastor, and so on. Expectations here are that pastors are informed and they guide your personal and missional choices. They are part of the process and of the decision-making. Global North pastors function more as facilitators and equippers, not so much as decision-makers. Leadership is more collaborative, often involving boards and committees and mission teams. A person's individual calling and the personal motivation and initiative is more important than direct pastoral instructions. Spiritual covering and accountability. Global South strongly emphasizes loyalty and accountability to the pastor as a spiritual covering. You need your pastor's approval if you want to be a missionary. This is a give and take. You approve me and I give you loyalty and accountability. Global North, a bit different. Accountability structures are often organizational structures with mission agencies and boards, and it's less relationally centered on one pastor. Pastoral covering is more symbolic. We pray for you and with a greater emphasis on individual and personal responsibility before God. You and God. The opinion of your pastor is less important here. Pastors as caregivers. Global South pastors are the first responders for all areas of life. Marriage problems, health problems, parenting problems, spiritual struggles, etc. You go to your pastor. Member care by the pastor is primarily prayer-based and theological. Counseling or psychotherapy are less common and in some areas even strongly discouraged. This is not spiritual. Don't go to psychotherapy. In the Global North, pastors provide prayer and spiritual advice, and for professional care, there is a referral to external counselors, therapists, and doctors. Member care is seen as multidisciplinary, with input from psychology, medicine, and coaching, as well as pastoral prayer. So a mix, multidisciplinary. Member care expectations then in the Global South. Member care is often defined as we pray for you and God will care for you. Missionaries' expectations are also field visits or at least direct communication with a pastor. In the Global North, member care is expected to be structured, intentional and professional, with pre-field training, counseling, debriefing, care teams, etc. Missionaries expect systematic and holistic support, not just prayer. So this leads us to the member care challenges. In the Global South, we pray for you and God will care for you, you just obey. This is often not enough. Theology can be hindering missionaries seeking professional care. Missionaries here may also struggle with their expectations on pastoral care that does not match the reality of a pastor. Missionaries might expect field visits, for example, or direct communication, but for many pastors, they are just too busy with their local churches. and they don't have time to travel overseas to visit missionaries. So this means real member care often comes from friends and family rather than from the pastoral system. Although the system is set up that the pastor cares, real member care often comes from friends and family. So even the high power distance here can limit missionary vulnerability. You just don't share what is really happening in your life with your senior pastor. These are challenges. Global North challenges are the fragmentation of care. Pastors delegate too much to agencies, leaving missionaries feeling disconnected from their sending church. There is also a risk of over-professionalizing care and losing the spiritual depth of prayer and pastoral shepherding. So as a result, the missionaries lack loyalty with their church and also a lack of long-term relational support from their sending church. So just look at these two images here and think about new member care models. Here, member care is supposed to be structured, intentional, and professional. And here, member care is supposed to be centralized, relational, and spiritual. So as we talk about new models of Global South member care, we need to explore the centralized, relational, and spiritual models of care, and we need to explore the role of the pastor. Not just pastoral care as a care discipline, but actually the role of the physical pastor in one's life. The expectations and the reality of pastors' care for missionaries. How can centralized, relational, and spiritual member care look like here for Global South workers? Ideal and in reality. I really look forward reading your thoughts and your feedbacks. Please write back to me so we can integrate this into the next videos. Next time we explore the role of community in member care, and I see you then, and bye for now.